Okay, so check this out. Um, there's this man. His name's Terry Finsky. His wife's name is Echo Finsky. God gave me to them to be my family. I don't mean in any traditional way, sense, or form of the way. I mean, he literally went to them and told them, your grandson's going to bring a girl home one day. You're to take her in and make her family. You'll know who she is when it's time. He told me sort of kind of the same thing, but not the same. He just kept my heart at peace and kept telling me, don't worry, there were people, there were saints that he had for me to know that they would be my family, no different than he or anybody else that to me in my heart is my family, right? See my friend behind me? And the other one? Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so they had visions. They went to the throne. They prayed all the time. They were real true to the form, to the letter, with no major, what we consider 111, what we consider major sins or major faults. Really none. They'd never really done anything at all. Like, they never did drugs. They didn't smoke. They didn't. They just didn't. And they were amazing people, and they knew so much about God, and they were so gifted. So Grandpa was telling me one day, I had to pause, I apologize. Now, Grandpa was telling me one day that he had a dream in which God had pulled him off to the side, up in the heavens into the ethers, and him and several other people, God had showed him, he'd done the same thing with them, told them, hey, so here's a world, all your own. I want you to build it, create it, however you put it. He said, I want you to make it so, and as it is, so it will be. In other words, create a world. See what you can do with it. Now, Grandpa told me that he saw what everybody else was doing, and he was describing some things in detail. I wish I still had the access to the files, but 222 on the clock. He told me that when he decided to do it, he saw what everybody else was doing and how it was turning out, and so then he turned to the Lord and said, Lord, I remember how you did it. Let's do it that way. Now, I just had an epiphany. I was watching something online, casted to the TV actually, which is really cool. I love doing that. But so if I had to pause it again. So if God did that, how do we not know that this isn't somebody else's builded experience? Does it matter? Sure it does. The collective gets information from each builded experience that they experience, right? And then if we choose to tap into the collective or into the all, God, then we ask God what he thinks, what he sees is the best. What's the next result? What's the outcome, right? 3, 2, 1. And I just remember sitting here thinking, I could see that that's what I would do. I would choose to do as much of the brunt of the learning and the lessons and the suffering, and 333 on the clock. I hate that. It drives me nuts sometimes. I don't hate it. It just drives me nuts. But, like, it kind of just made me think, hey, yeah, I would do that. Because then, see, once I make the change, like God told me, if you don't like something about your universe, baby, he said, do something about it. Sometimes I asked him, God, what do you do about it? And he said, sometimes you just simply ask him. You simply breathe it into existence. You simply tell him. That's why he says, speak to me first. Think on me first. Consider me first. Ask me first. That's why he says, not me, myself, by the way. God says to do that concerning himself. And I get it. Because, see, if you try to force a change outside of yourself, 419 is, okay, if you try to force a change outside of yourself without making the change within yourself, it's considered manipulation. However, if you make the change within yourself and refuse to receive anything else less than that, or anything that is not that, 444, then, it's driving me crazy, for real, then, and I just forgot my thought. So, you get the point though, 456. That's it. Look, somebody pray on me for that. That's driving me crazy. I don't even care about the numbers. I have to look there because that's where the damn camera is. 505. Ah! Okay, guys. But anyway, you get my point. Like, that's what I would do. I would choose to make the change within myself, right? And then just express to the universe, breathe it into the universe. Tell God, look, thank you for changing me. Now I see. And now I won't continue to do that or be that. And I won't accept that. But I will have, I wouldn't say hold peace. I would have a place of consideration and understanding for it, so that you could better figure out how to keep from being or doing that again yourself. Like, I don't know why it took me this long. I'm 40 years old. Why it took me this long to put the dots together. Why I'm so damn stubborn, according to everybody else. Why it seems like I just do the opposite of what everybody else thinks and wants. Well, duh. Because what everybody else thinks and wants, either themselves didn't choose. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about, thinking, or doing any damn way. They didn't ask God. And nobody's happy. So nobody's doing it right. And as far as I have seen, no one religion has it right at all. And no one religion is entirely wrong. But we're so busy trying to find a separation and figure out who belongs where in a pecking order to remember we're above the animals in the earth. We're below everything else. It's what it is. Okay? Anyway, I'm done dropping wisdoms for right now. Things that never stop rotating through my head. And revelations that God's blessed me with. So I get to share you guys. Love y'all. God bless y'all. And happy day after Valentine's Day. It's happy Valentine's Day. Love y'all.